Hi guys! Last week, nag-upload ako ng videos about best books for aspiring lawyers and law students. Ngayon, ano naman yung best movies or series? Caveat lang po, base lang po ito sa mga aking personal opinions. Hindi po ako expert movie critic, isa lang po akong movie enthusiast and aspiring couch potato. So, I'll divide this topic into 3 videos. One will be about Netflix series para readily available. Yung remaining 2 videos will be about movies naman. Para po sa mga walang access sa Netflix o sa mga movies na babanggitin ko, try nyo pong tingnan o i-search sa Amazon kung pwede nyong bilhin yung mga to. Syempre, no to piracy po tayo dito. O, ano na yung mga series na marerecommend ko para sa mga aspiring lawyers and law students? Number 1, Suits! Classic recommendation. Ang cool kasi ng dynamics ni Harvey Specter and Mike Ross. Isang experienced lawyer na nasa top of the food chain.
Forget the case, they're gonna make him president. Statements are like free throws. Easy. Nobody's playing defense. Are we good at defense?
You would agree that chauffeur drivers cause more accidents.
Objection, badgering.
Sustained.
Objection, argumentative. Leading the witness. Ambiguous, privileged, inflammatory.
Sustained. Anything further, Mr. Santana?
At yung isang bagong associate na merong photographic memory.
I'm going to show you what a Harvard attorney can do. Pick a topic.
Stock option backdating.
Although backdating options is legal, violations arise related to disclosures under IRC Section 409A.
You forgot about Sarbanes-Oxley.
The statute of limitations renders Sarbanes-Oxley moot post-2007.
Well, not if you can find actions to cover up the violation as established in the Sixth Circuit May 2008.
It's impressive, but you're sitting at a computer.
Playing hearts. Sorry, if you want to beat me, you're gonna have to do it as something else.
How can you know all that?
I told you, I like to read. And once I read something, I understand it. And once I understand it, I never forget it.
Entertaining? Yes! Realistic? No. Nakakabulag lang talaga yung kaastigan ni Harvey Specter tsaka yung photographic memory ni Mike Ross. Pero malayo yung scenes sa katotohanan. Emotional, high-flying, fast-paced yung depiction sa buhay ng corporate and litigation practice. Pero hindi ganyan sa totoong buhay dito sa Pilipinas. Hindi pinakita dito yung tedious research and pile of paperworks na kailangan gawin ng isang abogado. Marami ka rin makikitang ethical violations dito kung papanoorin mo ng mabuti. Siguro naging accurate lang sila nung pinapakita nila yung late night document reviews, trial preparations, and yung exclusivity ng ibang law firms sa pag-hire ng mga bagong associate. Kunwari dito sa Pilipinas, merong mga law firm na ang hinahire lang galing sa UP o kaya galing sa Ateneo o galing sa San Beda. May mga ganong law firms dito. Ngayon, bakit mo papanoorin? Siyempre, entertaining. Ito kasi yung gusto nating makita sa buhay ng isang abogado. Yung real-life lawyering ba? Pero kung ganito yung ine-expect mong buhay ng isang abogado, madidisappoint ka. Kasi ang totoo niyan, mas maraming hirap kesa sa sarap.
Just so we're clear, that's being closed by Harvey Specter.
Number 2, Better Call Saul. Kung medyo exaggerated yung Suits, ito naman yung exact opposite. Isa to sa mga paborito kong series sa Netflix. This is a spin-off of Breaking Bad. Story to ng isang dating con artist na naging lawyer.
Who are you?
Saul.
Saul?
Saul good, man.
Let me tell you about a young guy. They called him Slippin' Jimmy.
Hindi siya graduate ng isang prestigious law school. Tapos, working student pa siya. Ito yung story niya bago siya naging Saul Goodman sa Breaking Bad. This is a more accurate depiction of the humble beginnings of a new lawyer. Akala kasi ng karamihan, once na maging lawyer ka na, matutupad na yung fantasies mo about being a lawyer. That is far from the truth. Pag bar candidate na kayo, nasa top of the food chain kayo ng legal academe. Eh syempre, graduate na kayo sa law school eh. Pag pumasa kayo ng bar, kayo naman yung nasa bottom of the food chain yan. Kasi marami ng lawyers ang mas nauna sa inyo. Ahead na sila in terms of experience, practice, and na-establish sa buhay. So bakit mo to papanoorin? Kasi mas realistic to compared sa Suits. And mafe-feel nyo talaga yung struggles ng starting lawyers. So kung gusto mong makita yung downsides of being a new lawyer, panoorin nyo yung series na to.
The law is sacred. You know I'm right. If you abuse that power, people get hurt.
You're better than this.
You have a straightforward choice to make here.
I'm a humble lawyer, merely trying to ply my trade in an aggressive and evolving marketplace.
Wow, you got a mouth on you.
Thank you. We had $1,600,000 in cash. We could have split it 50-50. What stopped us?
I remember you saying something about doing the right thing.
I don't even know what that means.
And number 3,
How to get away with murder.
ito naman yung parang merger ng Suits and Better Call Saul. Sobrang intense. Realistic siya kahit exaggerated. Kumbaga, exaggerated realism. Bukod sa pagiging emotional ng mga drama scenes, maganda rin yung mga legal points na nire-raise nila. Accurate din ito pagdating sa legal principles, lalo na yung sa first episode.
Step 1, discredit the witnesses.
Ang nakikita ko lang dito na issue is maraming mga violations ng ethics. Mapapanood nyo kasi dito yung mga dirty tricks ng lawyers.
Step 2, introduce a new suspect. How'd you get this?
It wasn't exactly legal.
And we just have to get creative.
Siyempre, yung mga legal dilemmas nila.
Step 3, we bury the evidence.
You got him to lie on the stand.
I did my job.
Medyo magiging boring nga lang to pagdating sa season 2 kasi parang repetitive na yung plot. Pero babalik din naman yung excitement pagdating mo ng season 3 and 4 kasi medyo kakaiba na yung nangyayari. Tsaka marami ring R18 scenes dito. Watch at your own risk. So bakit mo siya papanoorin? Siyempre, highly entertaining and provocative. Mapapaisip ka tuloy kung okay ba talagang maging criminal defense lawyer.
Here we go.
I will not be teaching you how to study the law or theorize about it, but rather how to practice it in a courtroom like a real lawyer.
Number 4.
This is Detective Tom Lang from the Los Angeles Police Department. Your ex-wife, Nicole Simpson, has been killed. I'm so sorry, Mr. Simpson.
People versus O.J. Simpson. Ang gusto ko dito, based siya sa true story. Ang bigat ng predicament ng pulis dito kasi celebrity si O.J. Simpson. Pinapakita dito yung process ng criminal investigation, how the police and prosecutors work hand in hand, kung paano kumuha ng detalye at ebidensya ang pulis. Makikita mo dito yung diversity ng law practice. For example, yung divorce lawyer dito, hinahawakan niya yung kaso ng divorce ng prosecutor. Makikita mo rin yung diskarte ng iba't ibang lawyers. Ang ganda nito kasi collaboration of top lawyers. Dito kasi sa kasong to, nabuo yung dream team sa US. Yung mga top lawyers ng bawat practice o field, nagsama-sama para i-defend si O.J. Simpson. Makikita nyo rin yung angle dito ng US justice system. Kagaya ng jury selection, wala yun sa Pilipinas kasi sa atin, walang jury. Judge lang. Sobrang ganda ng closing arguments, panoorin nyo yun. Maganda yung series na to kasi isang season lang, hindi mahirap panoorin.
Send them a message. Let them know that your verdict will travel far outside these walls. Ladies and gentlemen, remember these words. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Oh, number 5, the trial of Gabriel
This case is
Fernandez.
going to be very emotional, so at any point you find yourself getting a little overwhelmed, please step out of the courtroom, compose yourself, and then come back inside.
Ito naman, documentary style series siya. Very disturbing. Nakakaawa yung bata. Para bang ginawang hayop. Nakabase kasi ito sa isang totoong kaso sa US. Pinapakita dito yung worst case of child abuse sa Los Angeles. Kung hindi mo trip yung documentary style ng series na to, baka hindi ka mag-enjoy. Pwede mong skip sa episode 2 kasi nandun yung hearings doon sa kaso na yun. Makikita mo dito yung side ng prosecution, kung paano nila hinahandle yung complex cases kagaya ng ganito. Malalaman mo rin kung ano yung goals ng prosecution sa criminal cases. And sa particular case na to, yung depensa ng defense counsel nila. Very intriguing siya. Aside from the sad true story ng horrific child abuse kay Gabriel, makikita mo yung burden ng prosecution to prove the accused guilt beyond reasonable doubt. Ang maganda naman dito, sa kada testimony ng witness, pinapakita yung footages nung scenario na yon. Para bang may pagka-flashback siya. Ngayon, bakit mo naman to papanoorin? Well, based siya sa true story. Pag based sa true story kasi, para bang meron kang pinanghahawakan na yung pinapanood mo, accurate at totoo. Pangalawa, kung gusto mong makita yung nakakalungkot na part ng legal practice, magandang mapanood mo to. Ano kasi, medyo mabigat panoorin. Kung kaya mo yon, kung okay sa'yo yun, manood ng ganon, meron ka pa rin namang matututunan. Warning nga lang, medyo nakakaawa talaga yung mapapanood nyo. Nakakagigil, nakakaungas.
I believe the ultimate evil is seeing what's wrong and looking away when you have a power to make the difference. That is true evil.
Guys, those are my 5 recommendations of Netflix series. Kung aspiring lawyer ka o aspiring law students, try mong mapanood tong mga to para alam mo na yung expect mo sa legal profession. Next video natin, ano naman yung movies na papanoorin ng isang aspiring lawyer o law student. There you go! Sana may napulot kayong magandang panoorin sa video na to. Huwag kakalimutang mag-LSS. Like, share, and subscribe. Takit sa next video! Paalam!